on this lethal blast in Bangkok. All right, Captain, I got to ask you right off. I mean, it has all the trappings of terrorism. What does it look like to you?
Well, Charles, look, to be honest, I think it's entirely too early for them to state whether or not it was terrorism or not. But, however, you know, we have one blast and two that they tried. So it was definitely a planned, concerted attack. Now, to me, it tells me that it's one of three things here. One, Al-Qaeda or ISIS. Two, the southern Muslim insurgency, but generally they keep their stuff to the south. Or three, part of the political class. So right now, Thailand is ruled by the military after they overthrew the commercial government, or the elected government. Now, the first two options, Charles, to me, if it was Al-Qaeda, if it was ISIS, or even the insurgents that are normally in the south, they probably would have taken the blame for this already because it's a resounding success. And like we just heard, you know, this went off in the heart of the commercial district, right next to a five-star hotel. It's filled with tourists, filled with foreigners. So to me, that was the exact thing they were trying to accomplish, was to kill foreigners.
Well, as a matter of fact, right now the foreign count is 4, including among that Chinese and Taiwanian tourists. And to your point, the government says this is an economic attack. So they're saying it is some form, obviously, 3 potential bombs, one goes off, some form of to harm the nation in some way or another. How do you even parse out, how do you even separate an economic attack from a terrorist attack when, in fact, it feels like the end game is the same result? They both want to scare people and disrupt the government.
Yeah, exactly. And so to me, this is really a PR play. So to me, it's very reactionary what the government is doing right now. You know, for them to come out and say, well, this wasn't politically motivated, this was economically motivated. As you say, what's the difference, right? Because it's definitely going to harm the commercial interests. We're not going to have a lot of foreigners that are going to be happily going to the commercial district or staying in that hotel again. But at the end of the day, the only reason that you effect one of these atrocities is to kill and to maim, and they've accomplished that very well. So it's going to be one of those 3 actors to me: Al-Qaeda, either the southern insurgency changing their entire strategy, or a politically motivated a bomb against the military-led government.
Captain Collins, also we should note, it was mentioned by Jolene Kent, this is a shrine to the Hindu god Brahma. Any possibility this can have religious overtones?
Yeah, look, it certainly could. I mean, it's a shrine that's visited. You know, as she said, it's the most heavily visited shrine. But look, I think, to me, with the religious overtones, if it does happen to be that, it would mark I'd say a significant change in the tactics to the Muslim insurgents that they've normally seen in the south. They just don't come this close to the capital, and they certainly don't target shrines like this. Certainly not at this level. So I'd be surprised.
Yeah, whether it's the traditional definition of terrorism as we know it here, or some sort of economic terrorism, the bottom line is this is coordinated, it was dangerous, and it's been awful deadly. And to your point, it's been successful from the point of those who launched the attacks. Captain Ben Collins, thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Charles.